Before we do start off today's beginner's guide for Marvel Strike Force, I just want to mention the fact that I've had, as we would call it in Scotland, the dreaded lurgy for the last 2 or 3 weeks or so, and I'm still feeling a little bit rough, and I actually feel like I've needed a sneeze for about the past 2 hours, so I've been putting off doing this video. So I know during the video when I'm recording a section which I can't re-record, you're probably going to hear a really loud sneeze, so just do prepare yourself for that. Now, the character in question anyway, it will be the final ASGARDian character you'll need if you're looking to unlock Black Bolt. So regardless of how our kit looks by the end of this video, if you're someone who's looking to get Black Bolt first time round, you will unfortunately have to buy 2 of the packs and go pretty hard when Hard Blitz comes out. I believe that's going to be the other method for getting shards for it, but it is Sif, or Lady Sif, we'll be looking at today. So we've got 10 of the red stars orbs to open to try and get her ranked up there. We've got 16 of her orbs because I bought 2 of the packs, and then from there, once we've got them opened, we'll get her ranked up. We'll talk about her abilities and which ones I would use tier 4s on. We'll talk about the stats and where they fall ranking wise, and then we'll show off some gameplay. So let's jump in and we'll do the red star orb opening first. So I currently have 20 of the red star orbs, but I'm just opening 10. I'm going to try and save up as many as I can for the broken Black Bolt that will be coming in January. Here we go. Anyway, I've got enough for an elite, but again I'm going to actually hold on to that one. Just greens to start off with here. Another green, yet another, This is my bad luck back again. Oh, a purple, okay, that wasn't really that good either. It's always a bit strange when AIM comes up now, because you're used to being disappointed, but they are much better. An awesome team. There's another purple, oh there we go. Yep, not great. 2 purples as well, but nothing really happening with them character wise. Let's see, we've got enough for 2 of the elite red star orbs, but I'm still going to hold on to them. 2, which is a 5% buff, which is pretty useless to be honest, and we'll go for just 1 more here. I think that was 11 we probably opened there in total. So there we go, that was pretty bad. 2,900 of the tokens and only 2 upgrades there, and the one we wanted for Sif, only 5% upgrade. So let's go in and open her actual shards up now, and as mentioned we've got 16 of them. Cross your fingers for a purple or 2 here, and then that way I can hopefully not go too heavy on the upcoming blitzes for her. Okay, starting off with an 8, and then a 6. Got a blue this time, so what's that? Yep, a 10 generally that is. 12. Blues are decent, but it's really all about the purples. With 2 packs, fingers crossed I'll get even 1 of them and that will help out a bit. There's then a blue there. Green again. So I'm at the halfway mark. Nothing really exciting so far. Oh, there's a purple 40. That's decent. Could have done a bit higher, but 40 will do. That's a start. I much prefer getting the packs this way rather than the way they do the $48 pack, where it just gives you the 50 shards. That way you don't have a chance to actually get lucky. So I prefer these where it's more of the orbs to actually open up. We've got 4 left. No, I don't think we're going to get anything too exciting here. Around that 40 of course. There's then a blue, which is a 12. Final one, green. Let's see, so in total 158. My head's still a bit mushed at the moment, so I've got no idea how good that is and how much I'm going to need from the blitz, so I'll figure it out once the video's done. But let's go in and get her ranked up now. Okay, so here we go. I suppose at a minimum it would have been a 2-star unlock, and what am I getting her to is okay, getting her up to 3. And then we've got 22 short of being 4-star. Well, when I think about it, 1 pack would probably get you to 2-star actually, and then the 2 packs of course, yeah, would get you to 3 stars, so nothing too special there. So what I'm going to do, you can now upgrade all the gear actually in one go, but it still takes a little bit of time with the screen. So for that reason what I'm going to do is I'm still going to skip past this section here where we're equipping all the gear anyway, and then as mentioned we'll talk about the stats and the tags and abilities as well. So let's skip past this. So there we go, 21,000 power, just shy of 22,000 actually. We've got it up to tier 8, the gear always runs out relatively early these days due to all the characters we are getting. If we look at the stats, they've been punched into the spreadsheet already. Health is an A, which is what you would expect for a protector. Damage is an E, again, probably what you would expect there. Armour's an A as well, so that's pretty nice alongside health. Focus is an F, but that's not relevant to her. Resistance is a B, so that's always pretty useful on protector classes, because when you put up their taunt, you don't want them getting cleansed. It could still happen with it being a B, but still a little bit on the higher side. And then her speed is 108, which comes in at a C there. So if we now look at our tags, it's Hero, Cosmic Skill, Protector, Asgardian and Galactic Warrior. The interesting one's really going to be the Asgardian, because that is the team you will be running her with. If we look at our kit now, it's really pretty simple, but looking at some of the numbers and adding them up, and if they work the way I think they do, then she could be really pretty tanky. But if we start off with the basic, which is Fending Strike, so up at level 6 at the moment, attack primary target for 240% damage, and you gain 2 deflect as well. So deflect is an auto block, and that will be important when we check out the passive. You get an extra 40% damage to primary target if you max it out, so that is not worth doing at all. You've got Shield Slam, and I believe the whole thing with Sif is it's a low level taunt she's got, so it's 3 turns to charge and comes fully charged. You attack primary target for 290% damage, you gain taunt and free counter. Now I never used to really rate counter that much because you wouldn't be doing a huge amount of damage, but the purpose of counter on protectors really is to break a melee chain, so having 3 of them will really be nice in that regard. Now if you max it out, not worthwhile doing, but if you max it out it's 50% damage to primary target. We then have Whirling Blades, which is the ultimate. It's 5 turns to charge, you can use it turn number 2, so you'll taunt up first, follow up with this, depending on where the characters are of course, but you attack primary target for 320% damage, which is a decent amount, and then you rebound chain to 3 to 4 additional targets for 290% damage. So think of Deadpool, I think he's only a character that has rebound chain, where if there's 2 enemies he'll actually bounce between them, and depending on how you actually use it, if you use it correctly, you can do a huge amount of damage with this. But with this, counter attack will break the chain. If 4 is an ally, then this attack cannot be counter attacked, and you will be running her alongside 4, so essentially it can't be counter attacked. If you max it out, and this is when I'm on the fence, I need to see your damage numbers in game, but if you max it out, it's 40% damage to primary and secondary targets, and the rebound chain goes to 4 to 5 additional targets. So, sorry, I'm actually struggling with my voice now a bit. So if you look at it, you do have a minimum of rebound chains level 6 of 3, but you could get up to a 5 there, so with it doing 290% damage per time, could be worthwhile going for. It could be potentially an extra 580% damage. Of course it's going to be spread over multiple characters, but again this is a potential upgrade. The passive is Defender of Asgard, so with this you gain 25% block chance, you gain 10% block amount, so that pulls up to 35% block amount she has, and then you gain 10% block chance for each Asgardian ally. Now if we look at Hela and Greg actually has the Asgardian tag on him, so I'm fairly certain that he should count as a character giving you the block chance, meaning that you would get a whopping 75% block chance if you're on the full Asgardian team and you have Greg out as well, and he'll always be out as long as Hela's actually alive. Now with this as well, on spawn you gain defense up and 2 deflect, so that's nice for the start of the match. For you taunting you'll still have that, and then on turn you heal self for 5% of max health plus 5% of max health per non-minion Asgard ally, so you can see that's different from the last line, so that wouldn't apply to Greg, but the one here should actually apply to him, the block chance. Now if you max it out, and I don't think it's worthwhile doing, you would get, if I'm right about how Greg works, you would get an 85% block chance, which is absolutely huge, and the whole thing with a block is the same as a deflect. Now, we don't have specific numbers, but Cerebro confirmed recently that you have less chance of actually applying a debuff or actually cleansing a character if they do have deflect or block on them, so that's going to make a huge difference, having up to 85% there. But again, it's 75% at level 4 and an extra 5% block amount, taking it up to 40%. This here I don't think I would upgrade fully, because our passive as it is at level 4 is still pretty awesome anyway. But that's our full kit there. Model as always, pretty nice. Like the sword and the shield and so on, and the cape as well. So let's jump in and we'll show off our animations now. So I've not managed to sneeze yet, but my guinea pigs are fighting in the background, so you may actually hear them, and if you do hear that strange noise at the moment, that's what it is. It's not coming from me at all. But here we go, we'll start off with the taunt. You get the attack on that as well. And this is just showing off the animations, so I've done a low level team to go up against here. Hopefully we'll see some nice finishing animations. There's your counter attack there actually. We'll see a fair amount of that when I think about it. I think most of this match may be the counter attacks with how many she has. Makes her look really powerful when you're going up against a low level team, but of course generally it would just be really used for breaking your chains. There we go, take out these three. Now that's nice, like what she's done with the sword there. There's only so much you can do with a sword and shield character, but that did look pretty nice. And then we'll finish up with some basics here and see if we get some different animations. Yeah, they're quite nice animations, at least they're not just simple reskins of other characters that are melee. And here we go. There we go. I wonder if that's the kind of animations Taskmaster will get if he ever comes out with the sword and the shield. But that's their animation, so we'll now take a full Asgardian team up against our usual Nexus 5.9 and actually a recently buffed Ultimus. See how we get on. So here's the full Asgardian team here in all its glory. Now I've not ranked them up too much, it's just 157,000 because I'm only really going to be using them to unlock a 5-star Black Bolt when he actually comes out. Other than that, there's too many different teams to invest in the moment. I can't afford to level up another one, but let's jump in and go up against Ultimus here. So I'll keep the speed on ×2 here because you will have seen the majority of the animations anyway. There's Greg getting taken out straight away, but he just comes back, so that works out really nice actually. We'll taunt up and Hulk, meaning we will lose on turn number 1, but we can keep our other Asgardian characters and show them off. Now, because they're low level, their whole thing really is the sustain they have each turn with their health, and we can't really show it off because they're low level and they'll probably be getting one-shotted. Just like what happened to poor Hulk there. Now I'm not going to taunt up on Sif, just because she's so low level at the moment. Love that animation there. I'm not sure if they added in runes in the ground actually, I don't recall seeing that in the other first impressions. Get some survivability here via Loki. So they are a team that, again, as mentioned, the way their survivability works, the larger health pool the better, so they're a team that I think you really need to invest in if you want to get the most out of them, get them ranked up. So this is going to be pretty useless against one character, unfortunately. Just the one hit we're getting. And then let's see. Let's go for this. Doubt we're actually going to be taking them down at all here. The Asgardian team aren't really set up against a solo character. You don't really get the most out of them at all. It's not often you do fight solo characters, it's just really doing it to show off here. Still going to avoid the taunt up. Should actually mention that pretty soon I'm hopefully going to have a test centre access with Asgardians all at 7-star. If that's the case, then I'll definitely be showing that off and we'll get to see them a lot better. I don't think this really is a good example of what they're able to do at all, especially with Sif. I can't really taunt. Let's see if we can get a stun here. Yep, managed to get it. Let's just taunt up. She's going to probably get taken out as a result of that, but we went for it anyway. Going to do it, we're really close here. Let's go for the explosion. We've got a bleed. Managed to survive that, did she? Yep, just about, and there's 4 with that awesome move. I really like that. It's essentially, it's better when you go up against multiple characters because it will charge further, but it's a way of getting like another version of his ultimate, almost. But there we go, we managed to take him down in time there. It probably wasn't the best showcase, but I always run that particular stage. But that is Sif, again a character as mentioned that if you're looking to unlock Black Bolt, you really need to buy the pack, you've got no choice. Otherwise, with all the teams that are in the game, and if you're not interested in Black Bolt, I'd personally just hold off and just wait for our blitz. But as always, hope the video's been helpful. Thanks for tuning in, and I managed to go the whole time without sneezing, so I'm pretty impressed. I'll see you all again soon.